Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the 2-3 Zone. Tony's Picks look at the WNBA here for Tuesday, September 9th. And we've got a stack full of plays and games here with Justin Stacks Mcelvy and Ron Crawford as we get ready for a big night of WNBA action on Tuesday. We're going to learn a lot more about the playoff picture. We might not know everything just yet, but we're going to have a lot more information following Tuesday night's games. I'm joined by the Cappers here. Ron, thanks for the winner there on Indiana there on Sunday. What'd you think of that card there, Indiana and Washington? We saw Dallas and LA, and we also saw Chicago actually got the money there with that mini controversy again with Angel Reese, but maybe the chemistry there to give them the money anyway. Tell me about the card.
I was sweating now when I had a premium last night on the Chicago Sky. Just sweating now. I got up to 20, 21. I'm like, oh, let's get back down. Finally got it back down to 14. Thank goodness. I had plus 17 in that one. But yeah, surprise, surprise. No over with LA, and they cover at home. Wow, who thought that was coming, right? But yeah, we'll see what the Sparks have for this next game because they got two remaining and they got to win them both. So let's go.
Justin, I don't want to harp on it. Reese sat out the second half, said she had back spasms. I'm kind of questioning right now the motivation when we get into the games here tonight, but any takeaways from the action there on Sunday?
Yeah, that's what I get for overthinking. Who the hell bets the Asia Wilson under? Like, you talking about embarrassing yourself. But the only good thing about that, I embarrassed myself, but now everybody's screaming she gonna win the MVP. Like, so I don't see it. But the whole world, I woke up and see like the whole world screaming Asia's gonna win the MVP now. So I don't know. We'll see.
See, and I've been still wanting Thomas. I mean, I want Thomas. She was able to make it through the whole season. But some great candidates there. Okay, let's not waste any time. We got 5 games here, and we'll touch on the playoff picture a little bit throughout the game. Start here with Washington and the Liberty here. Ron, Liberty favored by 12.5 over Washington right now. Liberty probably going to get that 5 slot. It really seems hard pressed that they'll fall out of that, so they'll just be on the road here throughout the playoffs, but still got a couple games left here, and they're a big favorite against the Mystics.
Yeah, and I like the Mystics on the road. I know they're probably nothing to play for, but yeah, we're not going to take the Liberty laying double digits at home. It just doesn't work out for us. So I think it's a pretty easy play. Like you said, they're pretty much relegated. I think I've been saying it for about a week or so to that 5 spot. But Liberty can still win Washington and Chicago and still do fine. Get ready for the playoffs, but definitely going to take the Mystics plus the 12.
Yeah, Washington on a big losing streak, but they did get the money against Phoenix and LA. They've actually covered 2 of their last 3. So, Justin, the Liberty, they got healthy there recently down the stretch, and then Ionescu got hurt again. Is this going to hurt them in the 5 slot moving forward? Or they can overcome that against some of those teams here? Or are they out after the first round?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be betting on the Liberty in first round. So, but for tonight, I mean. Would you say it?
Yeah, maybe not then, but what about tonight?
Yeah, tonight, I mean, this team is just like the Sparks. Like, this is too big of a spread. Who wants the Liberty giving up 12.5? I mean, they might cover. I just can't. No, I can't do that on my bread. But one thing I hope they'll do, Mystics, they don't score that much anyway. I expect the Liberty to play defense at this time of year. You can't be going out there and playing close games. You need to go out here and blow the Mystics out. Like, you don't want to go in there limping. Play some defense. You at home. I like the under in this game. I don't know why I was this high. I ain't bet it yet. I'm gonna watch the line, but I'm on for the show. I'm on the under. Liberty under.
Yeah, Liberty's been a dead under here of late, going under in 8 of their last 10 with a push. They're 7-14 to the under at home so far this season. So they've been able to control the tempo, especially against weaker opposition for sure. Ron said take Washington there. They've been a solid dog, 16-13 this season. So they got some money for you more often than not. I'll go to Sonia Citron here over 1.5 threes. What a season she's had. Really a breakthrough star for the Mystics this year. year, and yeah, they're winding up their season here, so I expect maybe to for her to have an outstanding performance here on the road, especially if this one's close and cap off a great season. She won't win the Rookie of the Year, but certainly will be up there in the top 2 or 3 of this season. I'll go with Citron over 1.5 threes. Ron says take those points with the Mystics 12.5 and the Liberty Washington under for Justin at 159. All right, Justin, decent game here with Minnesota favored on the road at Indiana. Maybe these two teams have an interesting little rivalry in a way, dating back here. But for Minnesota here, favored by 6.5. Indiana, we know they're in now. Sigh of relief here. Won't have any Caitlin Clark, but they did make it in. They'll sell out their home game for sure. 6.5 here, 164.5 with the Lynx in town. The Lynx we know haven't been playing for much, but they still keep playing well. They won the last one again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Fever. I seen the 6.5. I think this is gonna. I could be wrong, but I think it's gonna go down by the time y'all see this or in the morning. With the Fever at home in this spot, I ain't springing no money line, so you ain't gonna see my fingers doing nothing. I think they're gonna keep it close. It might threaten to win this game at home. Just like you said, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna go hard. This is like a little mini rivalry. Nothing crazy, but if it counts for anything, it's a little revenge game. So they just lost to them. So give me the Fever at home. Keep it close. This game I will bet. I bet this is as soon as the show over. I think it's gonna go down. That's why I'm gonna bet it. But like I said, I could be wrong. But I'm gonna bet the Fever plus 6.5.
This is the season finale here, Ron, for Indiana, the regular season finale for Indiana. And, well, you know, they're finishing a little bit strong here with wins over weak teams, Washington and Chicago, but they did get the money, and they got the money in the game at Phoenix. So they've been playing hard here, really, down the stretch.
Yeah, I will sprinkle the money line. Justin's right. You know, we've talked about it all year. Indiana at home, you know, as a dog, they're winning outright, and they've beaten some pretty good teams that come in there. Liberty, the Aces, you know, Phoenix. I mean, they've been just romping people as a dog. No respect to that team at home. So definitely, I'm with him on that one. But I'm also on the over in this one. If you look at the last times Minnesota's been on the road. They're 21-16 to the over, and at home as an underdog, you got the Fever is 9-6 to the over. So I'm going to take that over 164.5 in this one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And look at how the last two meetings went, right? The one just a couple of weeks ago went for 171 points in that, or 181 as Minnesota rocked at home. And the one before that, 185. And they played at Indiana. Minnesota just got the money there. And with this being the last game, Minnesota, we already talked about several times, not much to play for, right? So you're not going to focus as much on defense. You're going to be freewheeling. And Indiana, look, they are just a half a game behind the Valkyries. So there's a little bit of motivation here for Indiana. So I think the relaxed attitude of Minnesota here will allow Indiana to score. I'm going to go with you, Ron, but I'll take it over in the first half, and we'll just team up there for sure in that one. Ron says go over 164.5. I'll take it over in the first half. And Justin says take Minnesota or take Indiana here for sure for the reasons that I just mentioned and he mentioned as well. They do have some motivation here. Plus 6.5. Okay, Ron, let's head out here to Vegas and Chicago on the road with that baggage, if you will. Look, I mean, it can be a popular storyline among WNBA journalists or whatever, but it is a real factor. It feels like right now. Angel Reese was not on the injury report when she served her half game team suspension. It came out of nowhere, basically at the start of the second half. It looks to me like she's quit on the team. Much as I want to say how terrific she has been on the court, and I'm one who stands up for her against all that, all the other backlash against her. I say she's terrific on the court, one of the best players in the league, but it just is not a good optic here right now. And they got the job done without her the other night. Maybe they can do it again here. Rally around a little karma. Vegas 17.5, 159.5, Ron.
Yeah, it's even better if we see her in there. Like I said, that was my premium last night, plus 17.5. I got the same line for this one. I'm going to go back to the Sky. Like Vegas, 2 games left. I think they got one on September 11th, their last game. So I think I'll look at the Sky again. That's too many points.
You get your back spasms when you're sitting on the bench, right, Justin? Anyway, what do you think here, Chicago and Vegas? Vegas here, look, their situation is clear. They're still trying to win and get this number 2 seed. I'm sure they'll win there, but we got to analyze this from the spread perspective of the total 159.5.
Aces money line next game. No, I'm playing.
Minus 1,800.
Yeah, money line. Well, better than that. Give me the Aces money line. No, I don't want to get involved in the spread. I don't want to touch the total because the Aces is playing for something. Sky's playing for pride. That's it. So 17.5 point spread. It's just a matter of when they're going to call the dogs off, take their foot off the gas.
Mm-hmm.
But if Angel feel like, maybe she started this rumor, if Angel feel like she's going to be the MVP, give me Angel. Give me Asia Reed. Am I see Angel Reed? I'm batting her too. Give me Asia Wilson over her points. I don't know. It'll probably be 23 or 24.5. It might be higher than that now, but.
Yeah. In fact, I would think, right now, actually, and I'm sure we'll see it. I think because of a little bit of status with her, I think they've been reluctant, but we'll see when those lines do come out for Wilson. She's not officially on the injured list or anything, but I haven't been able to get it. So just note that Justin likes Asia Wilson over on her points prop there, right, Justin? There in that one. Okay, take it over there for Justin. And for me in this one with the Sky and the Aces, like I said, they are trying to get that number 2. Well, maybe the motivation is trying to win 15 in a row. We know they'll do that for sure. So no panic there. I'm going to go over here with Jackie Young in this one. I'm going to take over in her rebounds prop. She's gone over in 4 of the last 6 and also 7 of the last 10. So I'm going to take her over 5.5 rebounds for my pick here in the Chicago-Las Vegas game. And Justin took Asia Wilson over on her points prop. Ron says go ahead and take Chicago here, especially if Reese is in there. She'll be the type, Ron, for sure to bring it right after that. And that's probably the way it'll go. It's probably one of her best games of the season, really, knowing the personality right now. No disrespect. I think she's great. Okay, got that one out of the way. Let's get to the 2 big games here that I'm sure everybody's kind of been waiting for right now. Justin, LA is going to go on the road to take on Phoenix. LA is in a must-win situation. This is one of their 2 final games, so they really got to win 2 in a row. It's got to be an exact here. It's got to be get this guys a perfect storm, if you know what I mean, as they try to catch the Seattle Storm. Justin, Phoenix is 6.5 here against Los Angeles. Total 173.5. They must win. Phoenix, by the way, also trying to battle up here and stay away from the Liberty and also try to catch the Dream, but they might finish 4th.
Yeah, I got a couple props. By now, y'all already know I like a couple props. I stick to them when they cash. When they don't, I feel like if it's close. And this is a game the Sparks have to win. And we talk about it all the time. Just because they have to win don't mean they're going to win. Mercury, they're not going to lay down either. So when I look at this, I'm going back to I was on her Hamby last night. Last night, and it was over 17.5. She didn't get there. But this game is more important than yesterday, so I'll be on De'Aaron Hamby. Yesterday was 17.5 points. I imagine it's going to be right around there. So I haven't bet it yet, but that's going to be on my card, and that's going to be my best. No, it's not going to be the best bet of the show. There's one more. But De'Aaron Hamby over her points.
Okay, Hamby here to get over her point total in this one in a key game here, Ron.
I'll probably ladder to 20 or 22, somewhere around there, yeah. I feel like she's one of the best players on the team. So must-win game. Who you gonna count on?
She's incredible. We know that, Ron, for sure. They're gonna need a big effort here. Look, Phoenix, I'm not saying they're without motivation. I mean, LA obviously definitely flaky on the road. We know that, but they're not bad at getting the money. It just feels like, I don't know, Ron, that maybe that handicap there or the motivation feels like it's built in a little bit. I mean, Phoenix, I would think, really would be a larger favorite. It's just that maybe their motivation is slightly less. They might be stuck in 4th place, so maybe that does help LA here.
Yeah, they're only allowing 42% from the field. That's pretty good. And, and we talked about it all a couple weeks now. It's like you want to get that Sparks over, but now they're pushing it to just unimaginable limits. I mean, we saw another 180 the other day. It came down at 168 final. Atlanta. If you look at the the Sparks in the over, it's like 2 in the last 10, only 2. So yeah, I think they're elevating these up. You got good defensive play by Phoenix, and we know the Sparks really need to win. I do like the plus 6.5 for the full game for them to stay alive. But I'm going to look at the under. I think it's gotten too high again. I think 173.5 might be too high. So with that defense that Phoenix plays, if they play defense, and like you said, they still have some things to play for here. So straighten out the defense. That would be one of the things. Great team to do it against because we know how high powered these Sparks guys can play. So I'm going to take the under 173.5.
Yeah, Phoenix does own this series right now for the last several years here. So that does put a little bit of a wrench into the Sparks' plans. But I got to think I don't want to say the line is telling the story. In fact, I liked it as a premium. I just think it came too low. I still like LA, and I'm going to take them here to at least cover and give this a battle here. I really thought it would be higher, guys, just because of I just feel like if it was 3 or 4 weeks ago, it'd be 8 to 10 points. Quite frankly, I think the motivation is built in, but I still want to take them here. I'm going to take the Sparks plus 6.5. Ron says go under 173.5, and Justin says take the Erica Hamby over 17.5 points in this one. Okay, this is it. Really, the big one here for at least tonight. We might have one more big one as far as who gets in the playoffs. The Seattle Storm are at home against the Golden State Valkyries. Good matchup already before this, but Seattle can clinch the playoffs with a win. They don't have to worry about anything else. They are favored by 6.5, but they're going against one of the best spread teams in the league, Ron. That's what makes it so interesting here in this one. Golden State, they're still trying to hold off the fever. Wouldn't 6th place be incredible for Golden State? We already gave them their kudos for making the playoffs. They could, grab a win here, a win or two in their season finale and get a 6th seed here right now. And you got to look at the other side of the bracket too. I don't know if you want to avoid the Aces of the Dream, but what do you think, Ron? Seattle, can they do it?
I don't think they're thinking that. I think they're just happy to be in the playoffs as an expansion team. Just awesome job by nailing Acosta this year. And I love them on the road as a dog. But here's the thing. Seattle has 1 game left and the Sparks have 2. So as they're playing the same time, the Sparks are playing Phoenix. And if Seattle just wins, it's over. Now, if they lose this game, they got to sit and watch the Aces play the Sparks in their last game. So, yeah, I mean, more than likely, we're probably getting Seattle in this thing. But I'm going to look. I think it goes over. I think 155 is a little too low in this one. I do like Golden State plus the 6.5, but the stronger play I think is the over 155. I think they might light it up. We've seen Valkyrie light it up to 80s and 90s, which was unheard of. But still, they got the great defense. But I think the Storms know they got to close it out. Let's get it done. I think they win on the money line, but they probably lose the spread. So yeah, Golden State plus 6.5. Give me over 155 in this one.
All right, Justin. I said that the Sparks would need a perfect storm, if you would. The Storm aren't going to lose 4 straight games and miss the playoffs, are they?
I don't know. And this pick's not going to help you, but I don't think. I think that if you're talking about winning the game, I don't know about the spread, but if you're talking about winning the game, I don't think they're going to lose. It's possible. The Valkyries, they just lost to the Lynx, so maybe they want to shake it off and come back hard against the Storm. So who knows? But what I'll be on, this is my best bet of the show. I'm on the neck of Gunwake, so got to win the game. It's the last game at home in front of your crowd. Y'all was whispering, she's the real MVP. Show me. Go out here and get 20.
Neck of Gunwake to get 17.5 will be a prop, but Justin says, why not? I mean, she's had 20 points in each time she smashed 17.5. She's gone 20, 21, 20, 28, 21, and 24 in 8 of the last 9 or 6 of the last 9 games. So she smashed that 17.5 in those.
She's like my best kept secret.
Yeah, not only that. Yeah, and one of your favorite players for sure this season.
Love Naka.
says go over with Nneka and Gumake, over 17.5. And Ron says go over 155.5. I think that in this one, look, this has been there's some, talk in the WNBA shows that I watch about Seattle being a little bit dysfunctional here again. It's the second time this season where they've gone into a little bit of a slump when they've needed to win. So it's key. I'm going to take them to get the money here, even against our favorite team to cover spreads with, the Valkyries here. I'm not going to read you the trends, Ron, because I couldn't support the pick, but I'm going to take Seattle. You know what I'm looking at is shake off those 2 losses that they had.
Yep.
The one to LA, which was really the critical one. Remember, at home they lost by 6, and then they came out and they weren't necessarily flat against the Liberty, but the Liberty they played those last 2 games pretty well on the road when they were starting to look pretty tired there on that road trip, and the Liberty came out and did a nice job. So maybe the Liberty are rounding into form. But as far as this one's concerned with Golden State, Seattle, I'll go ahead and take Seattle and lay these 6.5 points. Ron says go over 155.5. Justin's on Nneka and Gumake over 17.5 points. All right, that's a great job and a great peek at the final 5 games, or not the final 5 games, but important games here tonight. We'll be back with a solo game on Wednesday, and then another pack of games on Thursday. We'll see if that the Sparks game will be important in that one. Save me here, guys. Tell me what's going on, Justin, at Tony's Picks.
Same as usual. I think I always tell you. Well, I passed on the WNBA as far as premium tonight. I bet my dream. I got it at 10.5. I didn't want to make it a premium. It's my dream. I don't like to make the dream premium. I don't want to lose twice, lose a premium, lose money. No. So I'll just bet it and watch it in peace. But I do got triple stacks in baseball. I got some action on the Vikings tonight. Doesn't seem like it's that popular anymore. But I like the Vikings. That's my premium for the night. And I got triple stacks baseball and a premium in baseball also. I'll have 100%. I'll have triple stacks in WNBA tomorrow. Well, for this show that y'all watch, and I'll have triple stacks and a premium WNBA for the time that y'all watching this video. So other than that, y'all know what I always say. Pair us up. There's a whole bunch of us. It's not just us 3 on the screen. 15% off and Tony's Picks whenever you go on there. I say it every day. Y'all might be doing it. I don't know if y'all is or not. So if y'all is, thank you. If you're not, what are you waiting for? And I forget his name. I keep asking for the futures in the comments. And when I responded to him, he gave out the aces. And I wouldn't look it up before I responded. Aces plus 300. And I mean, that's what I told him. I said that don't seem like a bad price for a team that hasn't lost since they lost by 50.
Yeah, and not she's literally been there before.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I appreciated the pick, and I might take the aces over I need one more horse. I ain't gonna have 3. I already got the Mercury in my pocket. I want to say plus 700 when one of y'all. I got it from one of y'all. Both of y'all.
Yeah, when we talked about it months ago. Yeah.
And I tell this, I need one more horse, and I don't want to bet. It can't be the dream. So that's close. It might be the aces, but I want them to lose a game. I don't want them going in there on this big ass win streak. So I don't want that. But at plus 300, Asia Wilson and plus 300, I might have to. So I appreciate that comment, and I'm really looking into it. And I'll go back and check, because if I tell it, I'm gonna give them a shout out. So thank you.
Crazy to think about it, Ron, with the Liberty trying to be the defending champs and not to play for them on the road. But the Aces in Minnesota, you think of the other champions, right, of late. So really is a blockbuster WNBA playoffs coming up. And we know you'll be involved in this card. And, of course, NFL, what a weekend, too. Outside of those 2 wild games, hey, who says defense isn't exciting? What a weekend of NFL. What's going on at Tony's?
Yeah, I should have gone 2-0 yesterday. I had the 49ers on the money line. I had the Ravens on the money line. So we all know what happened to that game. Unbelievable. I think it's first time, teams down, 15 points or whatever. And in 3 minutes, that's just unbelievable. I mean, I've seen some Kansas City Buffalo games that I thought was amazing, but that thing last night, that was heartbreaking for me, because I should have gone 2-0. But Hey,
And,
we'll
and that's
bounce back today.
and that's the
Tonight,
thing about. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
I was thinking about the Vikings. I would be on that side, but there's too many trends against a home dog. We don't know what Ben Johnson. We sure saw what the Lions are without him though. Yesterday, that offense couldn't move the ball. But Ben Johnson may turn the Bears around. We'll see. But I still think the Vikings are a better team. I do have a teaser up on my Twitter. It's right there at Ron KC Fan. I put a primetime teaser on every single game, every single night that there's a primetime game. And tonight it is Minnesota plus 4.5, and it's the under 50. So
Real quick, you should put that in the comments.
Yeah.
Saying it and then compare it to seeing it, because I always retweet and share it. So you should put it in the comments because you killing them. I think people should go ahead and jump on it. I do.
Well, I had the Bills plus 7.5, and the under that under went flying way over. But
the Ravens, man, I actually stayed up and they was up, and I went to bed like, okay.
I know. Yeah, but if you get Derrick Henry in the second level, he's gone. I'm gonna tell you right now, you ain't stopping, dude. But yeah, anyway, I got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball tonight. Still hanging baseball there. College football, I did hit USF. That was my big one on Saturday. Shout out to Mr. Whiskers in that one. Sorry about your Gators, but you got LSU coming up this week, so that should be a good one. But yeah, baseball's still flying, and of course, Ramon and I will be back for soccer this coming weekend. I got the EPL coming back, so looking forward to that. Yeah, pair us up. We got the winter sports coming up, and I dominated winter sports last year, so let's get it, pair it up, and let's make some money.
You can join me over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. I'm going to find my way to a couple of premiums, I think, on the Tuesday WNBA card, and get ready to roll for this weekend, coming off a good week over at Tony's Picks. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine, including Justin's, including Ron's. So make sure you head on over to Tony'sPicks.com, take a look at the handicapper leaderboard, see who's hot, and then get signed up. All right, guys, we're having a great season so far. We're not done yet in the regular season, and you're going to want to tune in for the postseason as well as we go all the way through to find the next WNBA champion. For Ron Crawford, for Justin Stacks Mcelvy, I'm Ramon Scott. See you next time on the 2-3 Zone.
Good luck, everybody.